Hey, it's time for a vinyl update. I just recorded this video a minute ago and went to upload it and it wasn't there, so I think I accidentally deleted it. So anyway, let's try this again. I've been having a lot of electronic issues this evening for some reason. It is Monday after all. Starting off with some stuff that I got in the mail that I ordered. This is a issue that number 25 of Pork Magazine. You've seen me show these before, I think. I went ahead and ordered this because the record stores that we go to that used to carry it or that does carry it, they haven't got any in for like forever and a day. So I asked one of the guys about that, and he said, no, they just don't bring them in anymore. So I thought, well, I'd pick that up, and in the process, I subscribed, got a year subscription to Pork Magazine, which was, I think, $19. You can go to their website, goblinkoomegamall.com, and there's a little flyer that they sent me. By Slimy, it says. It's, your order was filled by Slimy. And they sent me this little postcard with this little dude on it, holding a Frankfurter. And I don't know what's in the other hand. Oh, he's got a sword in the other hand there. A World of Trouble. And there's the other side. And then they sent me this little bag of various things. I'll show you this here. There's the sticker on one side. A little cool pineapple, and then there's the little devil guy on the other side. And then one of these buttons, this is the actual cover of the issue I just showed you. And then there's their little pork mascot. And this says typical pork reader button. And then I got some stickers here of the little pork guy. So yeah, that was really cool. And so now at least I can get those in the mail and I won't miss them anymore. That issue there, number 25, was only 25 cents. But some of those on their website goes for a lot higher price. So I don't know. I guess certain ones are collector's items. I don't know. And also at a Goodwill, a little while back, losing my voice, I picked up Enoch Light's Persuasive Percussion CD, double CD. You don't see Enoch Light much on CD, but when I do see it and it's playable, I'm going to pick it up. I hate the cover on this. I wish they would have had one of the actual artwork from the, one of his albums. But this is basically just a compilation of those albums, and then there's some other stuff thrown in for good measure. It's got 20 songs on each disc. There's 2 discs. And they also do Hernando's Hideaway, so can't go wrong there. You're the Top, In a Persian Market, Mambo Jumbo, I'm in the Mood for Love, Japanese Sandman, so Enoch Light. And then I picked up an issue of Horror Hound. This is the January-February issue. And I picked it up because of Horror Hound, but also it has an article of Mumula, which is one of the bands that was at Horror Hound Weekend. And Kat picked up some of their stuff. Really nice guys. You heard me talk about them in the other video. So yeah, if you check Mumula out, they're like a surf punk type band. And then this is the March-April issue of Horror Hound with, what's his name, from Mystery Science Theater on it. So, always pick those up. And then I also picked this one up a while back, Decimal, the top 100 metal tours of all time, with King Diamond on the cover. And it's a pretty good countdown of basically that. of all the tours, you know, from, I don't know, it doesn't give like a actual year, different years, but, and then on to the vinyl. First one I'll show here is German. It's Mein Klein Herzen Melody Wilma. And it's awesome. And there she is on the back with a teddy bear, I guess, or I guess, yeah, that's a teddy bear. And then this one here is just great. This is a Hungarian record, Orvay Istvan, I think. There he is with his chickens, and an awesome outfit, I might add. And there he is on the back with his chickens. Same awesome outfit, same chickens. So, you know, I've just seen that and it's like, oh my God, I gotta have that. Which I do that with every record, don't I? Aunt Teresa, Stories for Children. This is on a gospel label that a lot of times Little Marcy records are on. There's Aunt Teresa on the back. Zondervan recordings. And then this is Dwayne Friend, Just Pickin'. It's a crazy cover there. There's some saw blades and stuff up the top. There he is on the back. He's an instrumentalist, a gospel instrumentalist. This came out in 1967, I think is what it, no, 69. So yeah, it's just basically for the weirdness of it on Steeple Records. And then Spike Jones, always pick them up when I see them if I don't have them. This one's called Thank You Music Lovers. And his City Slickers. Has Cocktails for Two on it. On RCA. And Raycon, if I didn't think I had this one, S Continental. The other ones are S Marvelous, S Wonderful, and It's Awful Nice. So, got African Safari on it. Love some Raycon, do I not? And Homer and Jethro, Life Can Be Miserable. I always pick those up. I've got a gob of Homer and Jethro, but this one I didn't have. And the artwork on here is, I'm not mistaken, one of the guys that used to do artwork for Mad Magazine. I don't know if it even gives his name here on it, but I'm sure people out there would know the artwork and they could tell me the artist that did that artwork, because I do not know his name. This is the Best of the Impressions, but it really is not the Best of the Impressions. It's the wrong record, but it is the Impressions. It's Keep On Pushing, which is this album cover here. So it's the wrong record, but it is the right group. I didn't have any of the Impressions, and I didn't, you know, check this as good as I thought I did. I seen the Impressions on there, and I thought, okay, it's the right record. Wrong. So you can never be too careful. I've said that before. It's Let's All Sing with the Chipmunks, which is one of the old ones here, one of the originals, with the artwork before they were flat-out cartoon characters. I mean, that's just like, looks like regular chipmunks. On Liberty. And the last one here is K-Tel record, Kids Incorporated. It's such a great show I used to watch. And this is, like I said, it's a K-Tel record. And they do on here, they do Rhythm of the Night, Greatest Love of All, Karma Chameleon, Don't You Forget About Me, Heat Is On, Every Breath You Take. But yeah, there's the picture on the back. They're just, that's such a great show. If you haven't seen that show, Google it or YouTube it, see what you can get. It's just hilarious. And so that's all I got in this vinyl update. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Leave me some comments and so on. The other day I was at a Goodwill where I got a couple of those, and there's this one guy. I was looking through the records, and they're on the bottom shelf. And he comes over there, and he's yakking on the phone, and he's wearing like a three-piece suit and stuff. It's probably in his early 50s. And you know how the records will fall forward if you don't push them back once you're done looking at them, which I always push them back. He's like standing there pushing them with his feet and stuff, and it's like, dude, what are you doing, man? And he's yakking and stuff. It's like he's getting on my nerves. It's like, I wish he would go away. So he finally, about 5 minutes, he went away, or a couple minutes, he went away. So I kept on looking. About 5 minutes later, he come back. He wasn't on the phone this time. And he got down there and went to the other end of the records and started looking. And he's pulling a couple records out here and there. And I looked over there and I seen one of them was a Sesame Street record. And I'm thinking, really? I think I'm the only one that likes that kind of stuff. Well, I'm not the only one, but, you know, most people don't. And by his looks, I mean, not to be stereotypical, but you just wouldn't think he would want that. So, and he says, yeah, you know, I pulled out my turntable, my stereo, my Pioneer I've had for 40 years, and you'd be amazed at how good these records sound when you clean them. And he said, I take 50% alcohol, 50% water, and make my own cleaning solution, or something like that. That's probably not exactly what he said. And he goes, yeah, I use a microfiber cloth. He goes, you know what microfiber is, right? It's like, okay. So anyway, he looks through it haphazardly, and then he goes away. And I finish looking, then I get up and I walk over there to look at some other stuff. And he's standing there at the CDs with the records in front of him. And he's on his phone looking like he's looking up prices or something on eBay or Discogs or something. And I'm thinking, that's just what I thought. So anyway, I go and look at some other stuff, and I have to go back around the aisle where the records are to get to the other side because there's people in the aisle I couldn't go around. And I about ran into him. I guess he put all those records back, and he didn't buy anything. I guess he found out they wasn't worth anything. So, you know, that's what people think. They go to a thrift store and they think they're just going to find gold or something. And I've said this in a video before, I think. Me and Kat was at a Goodwill a while back, and this one guy, we was looking at records, and he goes, you ever find any Beatles in there? It's like, no. I mean, I have found Beatles at a thrift store, but it's been very few and far between. And it's they're usually either really played or scratched, or they don't have the cover or whatever. But you hardly ever see the Beatles or the Rolling Stones or any of that kind of stuff. And, you know, I've been collecting records for 20, 30 years, whatever it's been. And of course I've seen the Beatles at thrift stores, because if you go out all the time, everywhere, you're bound to run into pretty much everything. But just on a casual basis, you're not just going to walk into any thrift store and find a stack of Beatles records. I mean, it's unlikely, I should say. Not impossible, but very unlikely. So, you know, it just kills me how people want to buy stuff just to sell, because I don't buy them to sell. I buy them to listen to and to have as a collection, because I really like everything that I buy, or I wouldn't buy it. So that's enough of me yammering on, but I just think that's really, does anyone else out there experience that? I'm sure you probably have if you go to thrift stores especially, or, you know, people put such a high price on records, even at some record shows you go to. It's like, it's only worth that if someone's willing to pay that. That's the way I look at it. So, all right, well, that's all I got in this vinyl update. Thanks for watching, subscribing, commenting, and we'll see you in the next vinyl update. You know it.